Hey again, Colin Receiver here. And I want to talk today about darts. I've always enjoyed playing darts, always had a dartboard growing up and in my house now. And I want to talk about how you can hit a bullseye every time. Today is Friday, February 21st. Stay tuned and I'm going to show you more. So I told you we were going to talk about darts today. And when you're playing darts, you have about a 0.14% chance of hitting the bullseye. Now, the podcast today isn't actually about playing darts or your percentage of hitting the bullseye. But what it is about is that on a dartboard, you can throw darts and hit a lot of places and still score some points without hitting a bullseye. But you score the most points when you do hit that bullseye. And what I want to talk about today is how that equates to attracting the types of patients you want and how your practice can thrive when you do that. So how do you attract the patients you want? The first part is prominence. You have to differentiate yourself and stand out. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but if you can set yourself up to be the expert that they look to, and how do you become an expert? Well, the first step is you have to become an authority of information. You have to be the guy that they look to when they think of whatever it is that they need. You know, if they're thinking about implants and they've seen that you advertise that you have a new book out, they see that you advertise regularly, they get things in the mail that you do dental implants. You're now going to be an authority in their eyes, the expert in their eyes on implants. It's about somewhat a level of branding so that, you know, you're the expert of one and not the jack of all trades. Because when you advertise for every service out there that you offer, you become a dentist that is commoditized, whether you like it or not. They see your list of services like a commodity menu. And, you know, when they need something on the menu, they may or may not call you, depending on how well you're differentiating yourself. Your marketing is a mere reflection of the type of patient that you're going to attract. In past episodes, I talked about Cialdini's principles and how people want to do what other people that they perceive like them to want to do. And that's exactly what the mirror principle is all about. If you have a patient on camera that talks about the problem of not being able to chew and not being able to eat, and they hate their denture and they hate the adhesives, well, you're going to attract patients that have those same problems. And if the ending that your testimonial has is, hey, I got implants by Dr. Smith and now I can chew and eat anything I want, you're going to attract patients that are looking for that. By the same token, if you put up testimonials on your website that, your patient's talking and your patient says, hey, I came to see Dr. Smith because he accepted my Medicare and he is so great. I have no copay. I pay nothing. And I come in here and get all this great work done and his staff is so nice. Then that testimonial is going to attract more of that kind of patient for you. So you have to make sure that your marketing is attuned specifically to the type of patient that you want to attract. And when it is, you'll attract the type of patients you want. The interesting thing I see with a lot of insurance-driven practices out there is a lot of them aren't doing any marketing at all. And they're giving 30, 40, 50% of their fees away as insurance write-offs, depending on what state you're in. They're giving 50% to the insurance company, they're giving 50% in overhead of their practice, and they're paying another 40 or 50% in taxes, and there's just nothing left for them. And if you can market yourself, most practices that we work with in the $1 to $5 million collection range are spending anywhere from 6 to 15% of their annual collections on marketing. That's a big swing going from 6, 8, 10, 15% of your collections on marketing to giving away and not collecting 30 or 40 or 50% of your fees. So now you have to ask yourself, where are you hitting on the dartboard? Are you hitting the bullseye and attracting exactly the patients you want? Are you hitting that green ring around the bullseye and, getting pretty close? Are you hitting the outside triangles and, doing okay, but not really where you want to be? Or are you missing the board altogether and you're putting holes in your drywall because you're not even hitting the dartboard? Remember, what I'm not asking you is I'm not asking you if your staff thinks your website is pretty. I'm not asking you if you think it's aesthetically pleasing. I'm not asking you if you like the guy that built your website. I'm not asking you if you think the pictures on your site are great or the video's great. What I'm asking you is your marketing effective? Are you attracting the types of patients that you want? And are they producing for you? Is your marketing producing a measurable return for your practice? And that's what today's topic is all about.